everybody, it's Dave with davidspassage.com, and today I thought I'd come to you with another one-armed video. Again, I'm just out here practicing some of these skills myself, to be honest with you. I don't claim to be an expert. I do want to show you today one way that you can make a one-armed fire. I'm not going to build a huge fire today just because I don't have the time to babysit it. It's mostly in the technique anyways, so I think by the end of the video you'll get the gist of it. If you didn't get a chance to see it, I also made a one-armed shelter video, how to build a survival shelter with one arm, just in case you have an emergency and your dominant arm is impaired. And you can watch the video. I'll put a link in the description. For those of you that are just tuning into this channel, the reason why I'm kind of out here doing this today, a few weeks ago I was injured pretty badly by some broken glass. I got cut pretty bad, had to stay in the hospital overnight, had to have surgery, and it got me thinking, man, what if that had happened to me out in the woods? You know, and I've been through some basic survival training at the Pathfinder School, and this was just one of the things that we sort of honed in on our skills, and it's really good to just practice this stuff, you know, when you get out. And so that's kind of what I'm doing, really, and just thought I'd take you along for the ride. To do this, you're really just going to need a few things. First of all, you're going to need, you know, your knife. Your knife should have a 90-degree spine on it. And one other thing I like to carry whenever I'm out and about, especially on multi-day hikes, is just a little container full of Vaseline-soaked cotton balls. I did a video on this. I'll put that link in the description too. And really, the reason why I prefer these over some of the other, you know, fire starting methods is I can easily tear one of these apart and set it up so that it'll take a spark. Some of the other products that I've tried, you know, you almost have to have both hands unless you want to stick it in your mouth and rip it apart. But a lot of them have chemicals and stuff that are not really good for you soaked into them. These are just a little bit easier to tear apart and throw a spark to. Another thing you're going to need is, you know, I'm just using a ferrocerium rod to do this. Obviously, if you had a lighter, this would be a lot easier. And I always carry, I always have a lighter on me. But I always also have a ferrocerium rod, and the reason why is because lighters get wet and then they don't work. These you can throw in a river, pull them back out, and they'll work just fine. You're going to see me do this one-handed here, but there's really just a simple technique. And I'm just taking this cotton ball out. Again, I'm not making a big fire because I don't have time to babysit a big fire where I'm at, and really this is just for me to practice this skill and just make sure I own it. So I'm just getting out one of my little cotton-soaked Vaseline balls, and I've already picked up some smaller material, and I've got a couple of, you know, larger sticks here. Actually, I only need one larger stick to make this work. So I'm going to set my fire up. I got some, you know, dry material in here. And I'm just going to take this cotton ball, you know, maybe you want to rough it up a little bit just to expose some of those inner fibers. It's all good. I'm going to put it right next to this log here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my knife, put it so that the spine is on this side of the cotton ball. I'm going to take my ferrocerium rod and strike it this way. I'll try to get you a better shot of this happening. All right, so now I got my knife set up. The idea is when you pull this, you want to get enough pressure on your shoe here in order to keep this real nice and firm. And you want those sparks to land. You don't have to put that right there in that cotton ball. Just like that. If that's going. My knife away. And the materials. Well, that's how you start a fire with one hand. And I appreciate you guys watching this video. You know, I'm not an expert in this by any means, but that's just one way that I've learned how to do it, and so I just thought I'd pass that along, and it's good for me to come out and practice this anyways, just to keep some of those skills sharp for when I'm on the trail. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you'd like it and share it, and I'd love to connect with you guys on Facebook, Twitter. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.